What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an All My Love reading for the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgos, you guys, of course, um, hopefully, you guys are doing well. It's been a minute. Been going through a bit of stuff as of lately, as far as personal, but still here for you guys. Just the schedule is now kind of scattered at this point, if you haven't been able to tell. Uh, but I did not forget about you guys, okay? Just had some stuff that I needed to handle. And on top of that, energy has been kind of low, okay? Not just, on my end, but just primarily with the collective. And so, aside from when I like to normally take breaks, I'm now on this schedule from the ancestors to pretty much work on a schedule of how the energy is, okay? And so that's where we are right now. So everybody was, pretty much doing pretty well for the energy to be low. And so now it's time for a couple of readings. You guys obviously need some advice, possibly. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hopefully you already know how the All My Loves go. We're going to go ahead and start with the first deck here. One from the top, which is for your energy, where your energy is. One from the bottom, which is for the energy of the person and or situation that you are dealing with. And then one energetically from the middle. If I can get to the one that I want here. Okay. So this is the energy between you, both you and the situation and or person. You consider this kind of like the outcome, if you will, okay, between your energies, okay? So let's see what we have for you guys, Virgo. We have vision, okay, for your energy. We have freedom for the situation and or person energy, okay? And then we have forgiveness, which is the outcome, okay? I can already tell you from this pretty much is very hard to do when it comes to Virgos, because usually it doesn't take a long time for a Virgo to forgive, but they definitely are adamant depending upon the situation, okay? So as far as their decision making goes, okay? No offense to y'all, just stating the traits, okay? So let's start off with your energy. Like I said, we're starting off here with vision, okay? Vision, okay? And so it says here, no matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe, okay? No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe, okay? Vision, okay? So I feel like Virgos, whatever it is that is going on currently in your energy or the situation that you're dealing with, you try to see past certain things because you are a loving energy, okay? You are an earth sign, okay? And so it's better to love than to be upset with anyone, okay? And so sometimes you may be even getting to a point where you actually are more understanding and you're coming from a loving place, and maybe you're also seeing that people are coming from a loving place, and just want the best for you, okay? And so that is possibly where your energy is now, okay? Let's move on to the energy of the person and or situation, which is freedom, okay? Freedom. It says you are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions, okay, or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness, freedom, okay? So I feel like this is again the energy of the person and or situation, okay? Like I said, I feel like this might be more so of a situation than a person at this point, okay? Where anything that you've been restricting yourself from doing is self-imposed, okay? So if you're keeping yourself from being interactive with certain people, it's because you have made this decision on your own, okay? And so you're understanding that you need to be open about what it is that you want or how you feel, and free yourself from those restrictions and limitations that you put on yourself, okay? And even if it's something that's self-imposed that was causing some form of harm, because sometimes restrictions can harm you, okay? And so you need to uplift those from off of you, and obviously you are with this freedom card coming out, okay? And understanding that, openness doesn't have to be rough, it doesn't have to be difficult, it's just to free yourself of anything that has been holding you back from accomplishing your goals, okay? And that includes even people that are around you, such as friends and family as well, okay? Like I said, with this vision, you're starting to see things a little bit clearly now. Maybe you were, being a little bit, rough around the edges, if you will, with certain connections, based off of Virgos wanting to do what they want to do and not liking people to tell them what to do, okay? And so that is where you're at this point, seeing that people aren't telling you what to do, they're just giving you suggestions, okay? And you're restricting yourself when people are trying to help, okay? So let's get into the energy between the both of you. What it equals out to is forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness, okay? You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts, okay? Forgiveness is not just for forgiving someone for doing you wrong, Virgo, okay? It's also forgiveness in the self of forgiving yourself for maybe some of the wrongs and past hurts that you have been through, okay? Forgiveness is a two-way street, okay? Possibly people forgiving you for maybe coming off a little bit, like I said, rough around the edges, okay? Again, in these All My Love readings aren't always going to be surrounded around a particular person or a love interest, if you will. Love is, trifold, okay? There's self-love, there's love from others, and there's love to others, okay? Giving and receiving on both ends, okay? And so, and love of self. And so this surrounds all of that in one, dependent upon the energy of the collective, okay? And Virgos, I don't feel like you're sharing any energy with anyone. This is specifically for the Virgo collective, okay? So no cross-watching energy, in my opinion, is going on, all right? So let's move on to the Island Time Wellness, okay? Now, even though you don't have any cross-watcher type energy, it is a possibility that there is a different set of Virgos. You could have Virgo placements, okay, that step in. So hopefully you don't mind sharing your energy with them, okay, if you're not a sun, a Virgo sun, okay. So we're going to start off with one from the top and one from the bottom, because the message may change. That's why I always say take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? So let's see what your messages are for the Island Time Wellness. This is what your sign is focused on right now, or what you should be focused on. It says acts, okay? Acts is the first message. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment, okay? Now, like I said, for some of you, it is difficult to do this forgiveness, okay? Once you make a decision, that is it, okay? So this is for those Virgos that have made an honest decision and has decided to possibly separate from someone, okay? Or start, avoiding certain people that are rubbing you the wrong way or are not for your highest good, okay? You may be in that phase right now, but you may possibly go through this top line here of vision, freedom, and forgiveness, okay? And seeing what the true, or where the true problem lied, and if it was you just being a little bit too self-entitled, or if it was the person who was being self-entitled and that caused the separation. But seeing where they possibly could have been coming from, and they could reach out to you for forgiveness, possibly, for what was said or what transpired, okay? For others of you, it could be stopping a pattern that you notice you continuously have, okay, and free yourself from doing that as far as limitations go, okay, and forgive yourself and others, okay. Let's see what your second message is, Virgo Collective, is the snake, okay, the snake. Now, I will say before I continue into this card, I was pre-shuffling before I got into you guys energy, and the palm tree came out, which was talking about like regrowth and expansion of some sort. Okay, and so for some of you, you may have that eventually coming up. Okay. With the snake, it says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. Okay. Now, I don't think there's another woman involved or another man involved. Get in where you fit in. I think it's more so leaning towards looking over your shoulder, competition, and maybe being very clever or malicious in intent. Okay. And it could be just based off of something that someone has done or said. Okay. Being a petty Betty, if you will. Okay. So, and sometimes, Virgo, y'all have a tendency of doing that depending on the situation and what's done to you. Okay. I'm asking and imploring you to choose the higher road because it could end up backfiring on you. Okay. Stay in this course of vision and freedom and forgiveness. Okay. Forgiveness is primarily to help you stay sane. Okay. And to keep that humane side of you. Again, you are an earth energy, so you should be bigger and above these type of things because earth signs are about growth, okay, and about change, and a lot of things change in our lives, so you have to be prepared for that at any given point in time. You know, if there is someone around you that you do feel like you do have to cut ties with for your highest good, then do so, but do it humbly and do it graciously. Okay, don't do it out of malicious intent. Okay, so let's get to the romance angels. Okay, for some of you, if you're in a relationship, then this is the part of the reading that is for you. Okay, we're doing one from the top and one from the bottom. You can take these messages whenever I do these two rows here. You can take it either for yourself or towards a situation and or person. Okay, the first message is let your friends help you. Okay, let your friends help you. It does say ask for and accept support from others. Okay, ask for and accept support from others. Right now is what you probably need. Now, this is up underneath the axe card. You are going to separate from someone, okay, and it may be just for a moment. It might be just temporary, okay. It may not even be anything very severe that causes the separation. It could just be you wanting to do things on your own, but you may eventually need some help, even if it is just for people to have a listening ear, okay, to bounce ideas off of, things of that nature. But let your friends help you if they can, okay. Trust is the next message for you guys, Virgo. Trust, which is very hard for Virgos to do, okay. As you see, that's coming up underneath the snake. This situation is calling for you to have faith, okay. This situation is calling for you to have faith, all right. So when you feel like maybe someone is moving in a particular way, like a snake, okay, be mindful, okay? You look for the red flags, but at the same time, you've got to allow someone to show you that they are not trustworthy before you consider them not to be trustworthy, okay? So again, it could just be a situation of them trying to help you, not, take advantage of you or overthrow you in some sense where it's, malicious intent. Okay. So again, there's a mixed bag of Virgos in here going through a particular thing. Again, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So Virgos, that's all that I have for you guys for right now. I still have Heart's Desire readings to do for you guys, and they'll be coming up eventually. But until then, peace.